The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Back to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, he's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On the double.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's caught, Cooper. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 5 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
Look, I know everybody wants to be #1 in everything they do, but he's #2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. That'll bring up second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On 4th down, Freddie Kitchens is going to send out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jarrett Davis in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Going deep for Diggs. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Derwin James, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 2nd and 9 now. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Curry, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On 2nd down, it's Curry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his 1st-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a 1st down.
Break. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Let's go one more. Check. Get it. Come.
They'll run on 1st down. Curry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Terrell Suggs. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll drop the throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Nice touchdown, baby.
Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. On 1st and 10, Newton. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first, just shy of the marker. Here's Newton. Finds his tight end Ingram. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum. because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Newton now to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The extra point forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So he fielded the kick at the 8 and never looked back. A great return all the way to the end zone. 92 yards all told. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he? He
has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. It's complete to Diggs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're going to look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Zach Ertz with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Newton. A dump off to Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Newton now to throw. Then he finds Beasley complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the 50, Newton. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13. So let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go!
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. From the 38, Newton. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Newton on the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ready? 10-2 start. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Big dribble.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On play action, they'll throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Here's 2nd and 8. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. 5.
On first down, Curry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one, because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. And Diggs has it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the pass. Let's go. Hey, the guy.
It's a jet sweep. Sanders, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
What's that? 180. Check, 59. Here it comes.
Draw play, Elliott, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Going up top for Kupp, and that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in how their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Curry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Set up. 10-2, sir. They can't hang with us.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Saquon Barkley, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. So they went a little cautious there on third and long.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On first down, it's Newton. Well, that's complete to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Newton. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
David DeCastro, the former first-round pick out of Stanford, gets the flag. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Newton. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Newton to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Newton throwing again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. On 1st and 10, Newton. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, Newton. And an alley to run. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The improv back there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one complete to Elliott. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We ain't beginning to tear you up.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go. 10 logo.
I got it. Quick the edge. Come.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Come on, man. Let's go.
On 1st down, Newton. And Sanders has got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Look at it.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Newton. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put them.
Now Newton on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Newton. It's caught by Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Boswell for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Browns, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.